Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Rugrats Search for Reptar. Now, let me go ahead and start off and point out the obvious. Obviously, this is a very weird old game, pretty much meant for children, but I still think it's kind of fun. And I don't know, I was in the mood for it. I saw some old gameplay of it, and I was like, shit, you know, I might as well play through this and get my thoughts of it and stuff because I remember playing it a lot as a kid and thinking that a lot of the shit inside of it was eerie, and I'll say I think that the PS1 graphics side of things for this game is actually kind of knockout. Case in point, this here is just the intro of the show that they recreated for the PlayStation 1 graphics, and I mean, last time I'll say it in the same sentence, PlayStation 1 graphics, you know, I never really thought that would meld so well with a drawn art style like the regular Rugrats, but hey, here we are. Speaking of which, Search for Reptar. Welcome everybody this week. We're going to be starting a new game. Going to be playing through it all. Now, we don't have to play through all of the levels in this game to beat the game, but we're going to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have to say about this. I'm going to be quiet for cutscenes, and I think that's about it. So, yeah, we'll have one of those same cutscenes here in just a second.
Where's my Reptar puzzle? Oh, here it is. But where's all the pieces? Inside. What's wrong?
Either a lot of the puzzle pieces are missing, or it's the easiest puzzle ever.
The pieces must be all over the house.
It's okay, kids. Here, have a ball.
We'll find all you, Reptar, even if we got to search the whole wide world.
Alright, so Reptar is missing in a certain sense of the word, and we have to find 12 puzzle pieces across several different levels, like little mini-game-ish levels. That isn't quite true. They're like little mini-stories. But we get it by traveling around the entire house and, again, playing the mini-games that are associated with it. You got pretty basic controls off the rip. You can pick up and you can throw. I guess technically you could also sit stuff down. It takes place in the main game's the main show's house, Tommy's house, and you can interact with these little items around the house to play the, once again, the kind of mini games, little stories associated with them. And we'll go ahead and start off with Chuckie's glasses here.
Stupid brain. Now I'm gonna be stuck inside with you babies all day. I'd rather eat broccoli and take a bath at the same time.
Maybe we can find a nice game to play inside.
Like what? Pin the tail on Chuckie? How about hide and go peek? Alright, but I get to pick who's gonna be it. Chuckie! After you find someone, you gotta tag them and race them to the playpen. But take off your glasses. Extra eyes is no fair.
Why me? What? 26 and a bazillion. Ready or not, here I come. Oh, I wish I had my glasses.
I wish I had my glasses. I don't know. I love Chuckie's voice. So, help Chuckie get his glasses back from Angelica by playing her dumb game by finding the other Rugrats babies. So, opening up here. Same controls as before. They're like these little Reptar tokens that are spread out across each map. If you collect 15 in total, and they carry over for maps, so let's say I get 7 here and 8 on the next map, I'll have 15 little Reptar tokens in total. And of course, we are looking for the babies here. And I don't know if I said it, I'm kind of already tripping over my own words. 15 of the tokens, stickers, I think they call them, will give you a puzzle piece. So, you know, we've got other ways that we can get a puzzle piece too. This is a real puzzle piece have an ass economy here in Rugrats Search for Reptar. Anyway, something that's kind of interesting are that these missions, or at least some of them, are in part randomly generated. This one, not randomly generated, but like their objectives are randomly generated. Here, for example, the babies, I had there was a save that came with this ISO that I downloaded for this game, and it had a one save file on it, and I bothered to play it so that I could like make sure that the game was going to work all right. And I had 2 out of 3 of the babies down on the first floor. Of course, here we haven't had any of them on the first floor, so it looks like I can't tell. I think that's Phil. No, that's Lil. She's got the little duck on her shirt and stuff. Anyway, we have to race her back to the playpen. I don't know. This isn't a very difficult one, so we
That was easy. Aw, nuts.
Okay, so it was just that simple, the comeback. So that's pretty much the theme for at least this level. We're going to go grab 3 of the babies, and then we're supposed to find Angelica after that, but we'll see what happens. What else did I kind of want to say about this? This isn't going to be like a... Ooh, you know, the horrific kind of liminal spaces of the Rugrats games, but there's something kind of odd about them. I I saw somebody describe this game once, because it was in the text format that I was reading it. I saw somebody describe this game once, and like what makes it so weird is that you're the only thing that isn't kind of AI in this game, and it doesn't do a good job of tricking you otherwise. So like, you know, maybe these guys you can kind of say are a little bit lifelike, but otherwise these environments are like so lifeless, if that makes any sense. So it makes it weird. Now granted, that's not necessarily a complaint by me. As a kid, there were a bunch of levels that kind of weirded me out in this. Of course, now that I'm an adult, I really don't I don't know, it's a game, you know what I'm saying? It's not really too scary.
Gotcha. Good job, Chuckie.
Alright, we're 2 babies down, Tommy and, what is that, Lil? I guess it's Lil. I never actually watched a lot of Rugrats, didn't actually care for it too much growing up. There's some parts of it that I kind of like now. I was in the proper age range to actually watch All Grown Up. Maybe I was a little bit younger than they were in the show, but I liked that one better. But, you know, of course, I understand that everybody pretty well has a soft spot for the Rugrats game. Or not the Rugrats game, sorry, the Rugrats in general, the show. Okay, so they should be, in theory, in this room. Unless I have completely fucked up and somehow missed them and they were shoehorned in a corner. Oh boy. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do... Wait, is this them? No, that's a plan. Okay, I'm gonna cut here and I'll be back whenever I find them, because obviously I missed them, so I'll be back in a second. Dude, they're literally right here. There were 2 babies hidden in this room. What are you guys doing? This was like the honeypot of fucking hide-and-seekers. No, this is Lil. What? Oh, I wanted to also make mention. So there are some characters that don't appear in this game. Phil and Lil's mom doesn't show up, for example. Another character that doesn't appear, which I feel has a more noticeable missing presence, is Susie. Susie's not in this game.
That was easy. I guess I gotta find Angelica now.
I don't feel so good. Here, take your yucky glasses.
Phew, that's better.
You look a little sick, Angelica. Ah! You. Let's go clean you up.
Okay, so we got another puzzle piece, and Angelica got sick off that. I'm not going to do the puzzle. I might, if I get like 6 or 7 pieces, sit down and just pound them out if they're getting in my way and stuff. But yeah, we've got all the levels to play through first before I bother to put this puzzle together. Now, I did say Susie is missing from this game, but that's only kind of a half-truth. She is in this game, but she is only in the activities section, which allows you to play mini-games with like your friends. Like some of these mini-games, like Egg Hunt, for example, who can get the most eggs. And she is a playable character in those, but not in the main story, which I always thought was kind of weird.
That's my Easter egg. They're all mine unless you can tile to them first. Huh.
Okay, so greedy Angelica wants all of the colored eggs for herself. Quickly search the house and gather as many eggs as you can. This is pretty simple. There is a gold bonus egg that I don't know why there's a certain fascination with, but I think it's pretty cut and dry what its use is for. So some game modes you get like a full-ass puzzle piece, at least as I understand it. In some game modes you get, and they're usually less, less frequent. You only get like the Reptar stickers. And this is a level where you will really only get the Reptar stickers, I think. Now, the number of eggs that you get determine the number of Reptar stickers you get. Obviously, not 1-to-1. It's like, if you do super good, you get 4 stickers. If you do kind of good, you get 3, kind of descending. The golden egg is located on the side of this chair. And at least as I understand it, and I've always understood it, is that you get, if you collect the golden egg, you get a bonus puzzle piece. So, like, each, like I already mentioned, that I don't even remember how many eggs this start off with. We'll just say it's 10 eggs to a reptile puzzle piece or a Reptar puzzle piece. And if that is the case, that gold egg is just a 1-to-1. So I don't mean to confuse you. And I'm also just speaking theoretically. I don't know that is 100% the case, but at least that's the way that I always understood it. Anyway, continuing on here, we've only got 3 more eggs to go, and this minigame will be done over with. This is a fine minigame. Ruh-roh, Raggy, we're missing an egg somewhere, and I've got a timer. So, okay, doesn't look to be in this room. I might just kind of sweep the bigger rooms first. This is always where I kind of struggled as a kid, too, which is so funny. Not the eggs themselves, but, like, missing one objective in a game. But, hey, here it is.
Hey, baby, you missed an egg. Your head.
Angelica, very little mean baby, but she's kind of funny. You got 4 Reptar bars there, so good job to us. Now, sometimes after we beat so many levels and we've acquired so many puzzle pieces, we'll get a little bonus game that we're forced into as we transition back to the Pickles' home, which we understand is a bit of a hub area now. Now, I'm gonna, like, well, actually, let's go downstairs. Let's do this one downstairs first before I do the golfing minigame. It's funny, the golfing minigame is gonna take up the king's share of this fucking Let's Play, but hey, what can you do? Alright, so, the mysterious Mr. Friend.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, a brand new friend to meet. You can call me Mr. Friend. You'll never ever be bored again.
So, in a certain sense, we're going to be introduced to combat here. We've got to pick up cans and throw them at the Mr. Friend. Mr. Friend himself is a little weird.
I did it! I'll never get to be scared of him again.
Oh boy, a brand new friend to meet. Let's wash our hands before we eat.
As I was saying, he's a little bit, he's not like hourly weird, and there really isn't, like, most of the characters I ever was almost said as scared this game, I swear to God, I was afraid of as a kid. They were kind of like insta-kill enemies. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys have ever played Knights of the Old Republic, but there were these, I think they're called Serkath on Manon. They're like these sharks that are underwater, and they always used to scare me because they insta-killed you. And I kind of remember, like, most of the games, or the things that are in, like, children's games that kind of scared me, always killed me instantly. And these guys are kind of deadly, I guess, but they're not, like, they're not crazy. And we also got HP restores around. I think the thing that kind of unnerved me the most about these little, I don't know, the Mr. Friends is the things that they're saying. They've got like a radio-ish voice, like obviously as it's coming through a like presumably like a speaker type deal, in like their body. And then the things that they're saying are like little poem sing-songy rhymes. And the things they're saying are like so, I don't know, like, and it's a design choice, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, these toys are dumb. I get that they're supposed to be dumb toys, don't get me wrong. But the things that they say are like, don't kiss the cat when it has fleas. It's like, okay, I understand a baby somewhere has done that, but do babies do that? That's gross. But I do, I think we're down to the last Mr. Friend. I'm just kind of cycling around here because the camera angle they've decided is very odd. Where the fuck is this guy? Oh great, now I'm getting hung up. I feel like every level I've played so far I've had a major hang up on. So I couldn't find the last baby. I couldn't find the last friend.
Babies 1, scary old robots, not 1. Yay! I beated him!
Oh, what happened? My creations, my beautiful creations.
Now, Stu, maybe the world just wasn't ready for Mr. Friend. Let's go upstairs and think of a new toy.
Yeah, and then I couldn't find the last egg. Anyway, we earned a puzzle piece. Now, I think this is going to be one of those forced level transitions, so we'll see as we kind of open up here. No more cookies. Yes, that's right. So we will have a actual little bonus level to do here real quick.
Aha! Give me all your cookies.
No, Angelica, my mommy made them for us to eat.
Hey, give me those.
So this is kind of a fun little keep away. You keep them away from Angelica, and then you eat them, and you got the number of cookies that there are in the bottom left. So, again, oh shit, she almost got him there. This is like a fun little game of kind of keep away, in my opinion. There are Reptar puzzle pieces around, and I guess there's really no reason to overly worry about the puzzle pieces, but I do kind of want to show off some interesting placements of ones. I can just kind of run away from her, which I guess kind of defeats the purpose of it. Tommy got the king's share of them there.
Hey, you ate them all.
It's for your own good, Angelica.
Okay, a weird little audio glitch there. But anyway, we'll get paid out a puzzle piece from getting all those Reptar stickers, I guess. I'm sure I'm calling them something wrong. And so I feel like people who only really like this game are probably going to watch this, and they're hating my guts right now if that's not what they're called, or Reptar stickers. So we are back to the Pickles' home. I'm going to play a level that is going to have a pretty commanding control over the... Like, you know how each level's been like, I don't know, fuck it, 4 minutes or something? This one's going to be a little bit longer.
I haven't golfed in ages.
I'm taking the kids for ice cream, Deed.
This is gonna be great.
Uncle Stu, where's the ice cream?
At the end of this majestic golf course stands Ice Cream Mountain. That's where I'm gonna get a hole-in-one and win you kids so much ice cream you'll be eating until you're grown-ups. So what if it's never been done before?
We just gotta get the balls in the holes, and we'll get a whole mountain of ice cream. If we all do some, we'll be done in no time.
Okay, so this is actually a golfing minigame. It's a little bit... I mean, it's a golfing minigame for the PS1. Now, granted, I like this one over the one that is in the... there's another Rugrats game that I kind of am interested in. I would like to release these about the same time, but I've never actually beat the Rugrats in Paris. We've got this very fucking annoying guy over the... I'm trying to get a hole-in-one to show you guys. Let me just... You know what? Fuck it. We'll just do this one. I've been piddling with it too long. All right, so we'll see. Ooh, that's kind of close, but no cigar. Shouldn't have hit it quite so hard. What was I? Oh yes, Rugrats in Paris is another Rugrats game, and it plays similar-ishly to this, but not quite. You know what I'm saying? There are only 9 holes. We're only gonna have to play the, what do they call it? The front half of a golf sort of collection. I'm not a golf guy. A collection of golf holes. I know that there are 18 in total, and normally we only have to play the front half, as I understand it's called. On some of the maps, there are Reptar, little Reptar, what are they called? The stickers, I've been calling them. Okay, I'm worried about overshooting, but I probably shouldn't be. You can see the pars and the swings that we have up in the top right. I really don't think you get penalized too much for going just over the par or right on the par, but you do get penalized if you go significantly over the par. I think that, like, it fails the level. All right, I'm gonna have to just really put some oomph on that motherfucker, ain't I, to just even get it up on the green. All right, fair enough. Let me get it all turned around here. And I have just really been shitting the bed in this game, just end to end, really. All right, wow, that one had some oomph on it. That one had to have gotten on the green. Okay, so that is our third swing. I don't have a doubt that we'll make par here, but I'm trying my best to maybe get a little bit under here. All right, okay, right about there, and we'll do about the line. Okay, so not quite enough, but that is a-okay because we're right on top of the hole. So like I said, we're going to just make par. There we go. That's just fine. Whew, thank goodness. I was a little bit worried about it there for just a second. Anyway, hole 3. There's a golfing minigame in Rugrats in Paris, and that one's really involved. I didn't think I would like this mission kind of coming into it because I remember this being long and kind of drawn out, but this one actually isn't like all that bad. It's only 9 holes. It's kind of boring. There's not really a lot going on. I don't think a kid would like this at all. Like, I think these kind of suck. This sucks for a kid, but hey, what do I know? I'm halfway through my 20s now, so I don't think that's gonna make it, but we'll see. If you get a hole in one, you get a free Reptar sticker. So, you know, if you... I really want to show off a hole-in-one, but I've kind of fumbled all of the ones that we could possibly get a very easy hole-in-one in. Although, you know, you might get a little cheatsy doodle hole-in-one. You never know. You never know. Okay, so we're moving on to hole 4. We're almost halfway through it, and as I said, this is the king's share of the level length playtime. You know, pretty much, in my opinion. Like, this is the longest level out of all of them, even including cutscenes, really. So I think we're Phil. You don't want all that ice cream anyway. Alright, let's give this one a big swing. And that should at least get us up onto the green. Yeah, alright, fair enough, fair enough. I'm always impressed by people in real life who are able to make holes in ones. And I think, I like whenever companies do like the, if you get a hole in one at this like event, you get like a car or whatever. I think those are really cool. Now, hopefully they aren't like, anything that's I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, like facetious, like you know how you might win something like not even facetious, because to call them McDonald's Monopoly facetious is like not true. You know, there's a way that the game is played, and it's pretty clear what the rules are and what you can win. But I think most people kind of have a misconception going into those like you know, events and stuff, that they're a little bit more free than they kind of lead on to be. Like, you know, if you win Monopoly, you could win $1 million. You know, you would think that it would be at least as simple as that, but I don't know. It's just a little marketing tactic. And I don't know, I'm not complaining about anything. Like I said, this is the king's share of fucking playtime here, so I think, you know what I'm gonna try and do? Let's just hit this thing as hard as we can. I'm interested to see if we could maybe, whoa, ho, that was a par 2 there, not so bad. Probably got what is called a eagle there, maybe. I'm not certain about the terminology. I think a birdie is like 1 under par, and then a eagle is like anything that's 2 and over under par. You can see Ice Cream Mountain starting to appear slowly in the background here. I like the maps here. They're kind of pretty. I don't want to lose it in the dark there. If you can believe it, the last time I played this, I got a hole-in-one on this map. No way. I don't have the oomph there, unfortunately. Son of a bitch. And it's gonna go down into the Saturn's orbit. Oh, you're kidding me. Anyway, I guess I'll have to go down there and try and get it out of this, what would be the equivalent of a sand trap in this game. Might as well try and aim it towards the hole a little bit. Alright, so you hit that just as hard as you could. Oh man, that's no good. If I can't even get it out off that, oh brother. Saturn's orbit is too strong, bro. I shouldn't have gotten greedy. I really shouldn't have. What if I like just try to get it up this grass here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so that was a pretty hard swing. It looks like it did land on the green, so that's good for us. Look, we'll probably be able to get there on par. It still feels a little bit greedy to me. So we'll just do this here, and we'll give it a good... No! Holy moly. Okay, so I have to make it into the hole probably by the next one. I'm a little bit worried about failing the mission now, based on pars, because I know I said all that in the beginning, but I also kind of I'm not 100% sure of that, and I also expected I would do this handily, so yikes. Alright, well, we're on swing 6. Maybe because we were so much lower on the other pars. You were over par, try again. We're back here on hole 6, which we remember to be a par 5. We've got a Dr. Dirk here on the hole. He's going for a very shorthand swing here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. This guy is a fucking dolt. How did he even get on the court? He's playing with the very esteemed likes of Tommy Pickles and Stu Pickles and Angelica. Can't remember her last name. This is not on my note cards here. I don't know. I'm done with the dumb voice. Don't worry, don't worry. So here is the Reptar map. This is kind of cool. This map can feel a little bit eerie, I would understand, because the Reptar follows you wherever you go on this map. Not like walks around, but like if you come to him from the left, if you come to him from the left, he'll like look at you on the left. If you come from him from the right, he'll like look at you on the right. So yeah, I can absolutely understand why it would be a little bit eerie. This game actually was made with the Rugrats movie in mind. Like it was going to be largely about the Rugrats movie, but I guess production, times and stuff like that ended up being so that wasn't really something that they could do. But anyway, we got Reptar there. I'm going to that should be about good right there, right? Hey, very nice. So we are on hole 8. 2 more to go. Unless hole 8 is the last is the last hole. I don't think so. The last one is Ice Cream Mountain itself. So no, this is the Egyptian hole. Perfect. This was something I wanted to be sure to show off because there is a treasure trove of Reptar stickers on this level. So what you're looking for is the entrance to the pyramid, which is located... What is it, on the back end of this pyramid here? And you go down into the pyramid. Now this feels a little bit eerie to me. A little bit. It's very dark. There is one enemy in it. It can't hurt you, but there is an enemy down here, and I believe he is located in the room that just has like a crazy fuck ton of Reptar stickers. I'm doing the age-old strategy, as you do in pyramid games. Oh, I hear him walking around. The age-old strategy in mazes where you hug the right side of the wall. And you keep going until you get to the exit, and you should make it there. But I hear another one of the Mr. Friend mummies around. I want to show off the room that has like a lot of the Reptar stickers, but if I'm not able to find it like here fairly quickly, then I won't. I'll just like leave and continue the game. Okay, damn, more Reptar stickers. I feel like I hear it coming out. Let's see. I was already down this way, so now I'm snapping the camera around a lot, I realize. There's a couple more Reptar stickers. This is really nice. As a kid, there were like some levels that I just absolutely did not want to play, and those levels you could just kind of ignore if you were able to get enough Reptar stickers or puzzles and other levels and stuff. So that was really nice. Anyway, now I've since gotten myself lost. Oh, brother. I'm not like overly lost or anything. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to leave at this point. And I hear... I think it's that, yep, there's that Mr. Friend mummy again. You know what? I guess I'll just cut until I'm able to leave, because I know this is probably not very fun to watch. Give me just a second. Oh, geez Louise. Thank God we found the exit. I was worried they was going to have to call in the National Guard and come pull me out of there. I, of course, like the drawings of the babies that they have on the pillars here, too. That's a very nice touch. It's got Angelica, Chuckie, and Tommy on it. Another thing I've forgotten since the last time I ever watched or did anything with the Rugrats, played any Rugrats games or anything, was that Stu is an inventor. I completely and totally forgot about that. Yeah, so this is a par 5, and I'm not overly concerned about this, but this does strike me as something that I could have trouble with. As I mentioned before, I do have plans of playing Rugrats in Paris. I just have never beaten that game before. It has a similarly eerie quality, eerie quality to it as this game does, which is not like a bellwether for whether I will or won't play it. I'm just kind of talking about similarities, how they're different and stuff like that. That game is a lot more, well, I don't even want to call it open world because it's not really what it is, but okay, perfect. So we are on the last hole, Ice Cream Mountain. If we make a hole in one here, we get a mountain of ice cream. So, ladies and gentlemen, wish me luck, cross your fingers, and we'll see. This looks, oh my god, this place looks tasty as hell, doesn't it? Even for a PlayStation 1 game. I know I can get it close. I don't really have any doubt about that, but alright, let me do it like this, and then we'll hit this motherfucker as hard as we can. Let's see if we've got any Tiger Woods in our blood. Oh my god, no, this was such a fuck up in my book. We didn't even get it super close like I figured we would. Anyway, that has been Ice Cream Mountain because I'm about to smoke this joint. Let's see. Nice.
Great job, kids. Now I'm going to get you all the ice cream you can eat, because it's free.
All right. Well, even though it wasn't a hole-in-one, apparently, through the art of just kind of scooching around the story, we still won it. So now we are on Mirrorland, another bonus level. This one's a little different to say the least.
This amazing antique mirror I got at Golden Oldies. It's a genuine Louis XIV looking glass. It should look very classical in the bathroom. Now, where did I leave that 17th century calendar?
Uh-oh. Everything's downside up. I must be in Mirrorland. I got to get up to the mirror so I can go through it and get back to Norman. Good job, Spike. If I can get enough balloons, I'll float up to the mirror. Or is it down? I don't know, but I better start looking.
Okay, so this is kind of an interesting mission, to say the least. It's not bad, I guess. I just would not say that it's very good. Also, it's been a split in between recording, and I'm a little sick now. I should shake the voice off because I also do have morning voice. Because woke up probably like 2 hours ago and I haven't talked to anybody just yet. So I just made breakfast. It's a holiday today. So I'm I was like, I mean, what else am I going to do? It's fucking pissing down the rain outside. I might as well just record this. I'm sick. It's a perfect day to be sick. So I don't want to take those stairs up. No, sir. I think I'm going to try and stay on the floor that I'm on and collect all the balloons that I'm able to while I'm there. Yeah, getting back to the game. Enough about me. There are what are considered to be 6 balloons in total to collect, but they're split obviously into several balloons while you're there. No, I don't want to do the puzzle minigame just yet, thank you. I think I was kind of saying this earlier, but I don't know that I got the entire thought out. But you don't have to play every mission because you're able to get enough puzzle pieces either between the stickers or between the other levels that are kind of available to you. I never quite understood why there is a timer at the top of the screen for this mission. Not for the entirety of the mission, but just to collect the balloons whenever you pop them. I know it's kind of some artificial difficulty, but I don't know. This is just, it's a very collecty heavy mission, and it's not particularly unique in that regard. I kind of like the way that the collecting obviously goes in the... there's an egg hunt, and then there's a coin hunt later on too. So I think that, yeah, we're ready to go up to a different floor. We've got 6 balloons to collect in total. We've got 2 so far. And yeah, so we're on about the middle-ish floor, or the ground floor, I guess, if you want to consider. I know that this gets really confusing whenever the whole shit's flipped like this, but we were on the top floor before where Dee Dee and Stu's bedroom was. I think it was, where she had that mirror. Now we are on the ground floor. If you kind of want to imagine it, I believe that we are on the so we're like right at the offshoot of the living room, and then they have like some kind of a back room with like a now why the hell isn't that popping? Have some kind of like a back room with a I want to make sure I don't miss any balloons back here. Back room with like a restroom right beside it. That's where we are, obviously. I know it's weird to see the map flipped upside down. Now, I'll say that's kind of cool. It's cool to see like just the complete inversion of the map, and then they probably have to redo the collision and stuff for it too to make it indicative of like, you know, a flipped map. So alright, so this one probably isn't going to be too bad. Just going to be a bunch of balloons all in one area. You know, something that's kind of funny about this is that in a very few areas, and I think I've had just one so far, there is slowdown. So I thought that was kind of interesting, which means that it's like software side. Like I'm really not having, I've never had any emulation issues in all the years and in all the PCs I've had for the place that had the PlayStation 1 emulator on them. I've never had any issue. So it's obviously like a kind of software side, which is like out of all the games that you ever thought were gonna lag your PlayStation 1, it's like really the fucking the fucking Rugrats game is what did it. I like the colors a little bit. I never really got the appeal of Reptar so much. I wonder if people who are so like obviously most people in the Rugrats world kind of like Reptar. I wonder if there are people outside of it that fuck with it. But on the same note, I'm kind of not a person that really understands kaijus too much. I can't remember if I've ever mentioned this before, but kaijus are cool. Like they have specific media I like, but like for example, that Island of Kong that came out, I never was like a holy shit. Now on that same vein of thinking, I did like Peter Jackson's King Kong. I thought that was alright. So the last balloon we have to collect is in the basement, which means we have to go up. I know things are getting kind of confusing in that regard, but it's my intention to just kind of maybe talk through this mission because there's not just much going on. Instead of just like, I know I've talked through every mission, but instead of just like explaining what this mission is and stuff, anyway, yeah, we're collecting balloons. Was there anything I wanted to say about any of the cutscenes or anything leading up to this? I really don't think so. There's a bit of an unceremoniousness to the transitions in between levels, and actually a fairly long loading time that I'm like shortening way down for you guys, of course. Okay, so we are back to the ground level. Thank goodness we got the balloons. Spike helped us out in a big way there. We're back to the Pickles' home. I'm kind of interested to see if the levels spit us out exactly where the item is, because we should be up in Stu and Dee Dee's room, I think, where the mirror is. No, this isn't their room. I think this is Grandpa's room, actually. Did I already get the, Nope, I have not gotten the Reptar sticker in here. Not that it really matters. I know I shouldn't be focusing it, but it gives me kind of more time to maybe show off the rooms and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do the toy place. This is actually probably a mission that scared me a lot as a kid, but it's whatever. It's not that bad.
Hey, my old Thorg doll from Toy Palace. Toy Palace. If you want to go. Dee Dee, I'm taking Tommy and Chuckie to the store. Wow, isn't this place terrific?
The Toy Palace is closing in 5 minutes. Please take your final purchases to the front of the store.
Sorry, kids. Looks like we have to... Hey, the Wee Willie Warp Time Translator.
This is the bestest place ever. I wish we never had to leave. Maybe we don't. Here we go again.
Oh, the cold fusion reactor's not even included. Let's go, kids.
The Toy Palace is now closed. Thank you for shopping, Toy Palace.
Tommy? Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, so as Chuckie, we are split off from Tommy, and obviously Chuckie's a little worrywart himself, but you know, we are in like a toy sort of store after hours, so I'm just trying to explore around, see what maybe I can see here. It looks like there is one of these and one of those Mr. Friend dolls, so now I kind of forgot. Stu, an inventor, but is he like primarily like a toy inventor? Is that what he does? I really can't remember. All I can think of are toys that he's ever made, though, so maybe he is. If we get around stuff, it drains our HP, which is obviously denoted by the bottle on the bottom right. I find the best way to handle this, I'm pretty certain that those things can hit you. It's just to tank it and to just run straight through it. There's a cookie at the end of it. I don't think this guy can hurt you. He looks a little weird. I do kind of want to show off most of the stuff that's kind of around. I'm not going to go out of my way to show every minute detail or anything, but it is kind of cool to look at everything that could potentially hurt you. There's like water flowers and like cannonball machines. I think it's not like a master class or anything. Oh, I think that hurts. Yeah. Those can blow up. It's not like a master class or anything. Don't get me wrong, but it is kind of nice to see the level and the kind of detail they put towards like PS1 cartoonish models a little bit. I do think, yeah, those things can come at us a little bit. I think we should be near the end.
Chuckie, it's me. Oh, Tommy, I'm so glad to see you. There was clouds and robots, but now everything's okay.
Dog hungry! Dog want to eat! Yeah! Dog hungry! Dog want to eat!
Reptar can save us, but he's asleep. We got to climb up there and push that button to wake him up.
Yeah, this level used to scare me quite a bit as a kid. I'm gonna skip all that preamble there. You're just, you have to collect these Reptar toys and then stack our way up to the switch on the wall there so that we can get Reptar to save us. Now, I'm looking around, because the boxes can be kind of squirreled away, and obviously there are Reptar stickers and stuff around too. Chuckie will kind of just hang out back there, which is just fine with me. I mean, what else would he do? If he followed us around, honestly, he'd probably just have a higher chance of getting in our way. So you actually have a chance of kind of seeing Thorg all the way back here, depending on how lucky or unlucky you are. If we don't see him all the way back here, I will go out of my way to... so that we can see his model, because I remember that being something that I really liked to, well, didn't like, it scared the shit out of me, but like, it was I think if something is enough to scare you as a kid, it's probably worth re-looking at as an adult to maybe understand why. I'm trying to grab this damn Reptar box, there we go. I forget how many we need in total. In my mind, I'm just going to stack away maybe like 6, like that's our kind of goal or whatever. I think it is kind of interesting how well they made it so that, oh, can I just climb up that? Hold up, without the box and everything? Yeah, okay, but I probably can't climb up with another box, right? So, like, I can't just climb up like that. Fair enough. This is kind of cool, though. Like, to, you know, we're under attack by, like, a big electronic Thorg. The thing that Stu, our dad, said that, you know, he's like, oh, I love my Thorg doll or whatever. And then here we are, like, being harassed by Thorg, and it's a new era. We're now trying to wake up Reptar to save us, so... it's kind of cool that, like, Reptar to these kids is like a hero like that. I'm trying to think about it in relation to, like, Godzilla, which I think it's pretty clear that it was, like, you know, pretty much modeled after, like, not modeled after as in they look identical, but themed after. And I never once thought that, like, fucking Godzilla was a hero. I think we only need one more box, so I'm just gonna look around a little bit. This is, I think... can we step on these? Yeah, it looks like we can step on those for music, even though they're really high-pitched, but we can step on the piano to, like, play on it. We've got this room, which is full of, like, I don't know, like, fuzzy pals. They honestly kind of look more like, wow, what do they call them? They're, like, the little dolls. They have, like, different shit on their stomach. They kind of look like standing up My Little Ponies. I can't think of the names of them. But there is Thorg. Kind of weird. Not weird, but, like, obviously, I always thought he was, like, a really imposing character. I don't think he insta-kills. I think he just deals damage to you. And... yeah, Care Bears was the thing I was thinking of. But yeah, we've got the last of the boxes that we need, and that kind of showed off a little bit of the rest of the map there. Nothing crazy or anything. But I think this is the last box that we'll need. I used to think, I'm pretty sure as a kid, that you needed to like double stack boxes here, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's not the case. Alright, so we'll just turn the switch.
Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar.
Get him, Reptar! It's terrible! I can't watch! We Yay!
Tommy, Chuckie, where were you? I'm so glad to see you again. I had to bribe a security guard to let me in here. Lucky I had those donuts.
Hilarious. Kind of interesting that the Reptar is about the size of Stu, so you would presume, you know, right around 6 feet tall. That'd be a cool little gift for your kids. It's kind of like the, I like those big ass bears that almost look about like half of a bed, if you know what I'm talking about, like the stuffed bears and stuff. I've been getting a lot of ads recently for like the same idea, but with, ducks, big ass ducks.
Look, Chuckie, I found a captain for our boat.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't play with Angelicus toys.
We just need it for a little while. Come on.
Oh, Cynthia! Cynthia! Where's my Cynthia?
I'm not telling Angelica we lost Cynthia, no way. Maybe she won't even notice. Ah!
All right, which one of you babies took Cynthia?
We both did. It's our fault. We needed a captain for our boat. So we borrowed Cynthia. And then the water went really fast.
If I don't get Cynthia back, I'll turn you babies into applesauce. Find Cynthia!
Okay, that was a bit of an odd ending there, pretty unceremonious, but yes, 7 Voyages of Cynthia. Alright, well that was a bit of a double, pretty unceremonious joint there. Anyway, we're looking for Cynthia. This is a bit of a maze, but like, I don't know. Okay, basic ass mazes in children's games or like basic video games don't really have that much trouble with. It's not the end of the world. Now I know maybe being down in the being down in that pyramid makes you kind of think otherwise, but I've got a pretty okay like sense of direction and for things like these. Okay, easy now. But I don't have the skill to jump over a pipe. Are you kidding me? Anyway, this level's kind of split into 2 parts. There's like this pretty basic part starting off. Rats will hurt you. They're like the enemies. The brown gunk will also hurt you, like the kind of sewage water or whatever. Bumping into walls will also hurt you. They bother to put these box platforms in, but if you don't spend all day like fucking around in the gunk, you don't have to worry about it. And also, if you take opportunities to heal yourself as you're kind of able, you'll be fine as well. The only reason I don't bother to participate in this mechanic very fully, like, you know, bother to, like, oh, try to jump on all the platforms and stuff, is because this game has a bit of a, that issue. If you just saw that, where I should have been able to very freely walk onto that, and it just made me fall off the edge, that's the kind of fucking issue this game has. Thank you for accenting it so perfectly. And I'm trying to think of like how to put it into words, because like, you know, not just an example like that should, I mean, it's very fortunate. It's better to have an example than words, I feel like, but I just have an issue with it where like the collision of these things are so dog shit. Not to, not to, you know, hate on Spike or nothing, but that's truly what it is dog shit. It does, it's not very accurate. There is the word. The collision in this game is not very accurate, at least in terms of the Spike levels. Now the babies are kind of, it's still not great, but whatever. There we go. This is the second part of the level, I believe. So time's running out. Race around the garbage dump and find Cynthia before the counter runs out. You know, I'm a little bit half surprised they didn't bother to do a cutscene. Also, no music out here in a weird-ass skybox, I don't know, was the move. Holy shit, it's not like eerie feeling. Oh, hey, and she must randomly get generated, like have a random chance to be wherever she is too, because I've never had her this early.
What's that? Oh, Spike, you found her! Good dog! Cynthia!
Okay, well, another mission down and out. You may have noticed a difficulty on some of these missions. I think that was another hard one. So here is another bonus level. Touchdown Tommy.
You're sure you'll be all right with the kids?
Of course. You and Betty go enjoy yourselves.
Well, all right. We'll be back in a couple of hours.
Yes!
Yes!
Now you kids play nice and stay out of trouble, while we enjoy the Ultra Bowl.
Fixed up something special for you, Sprout.
Bottles are for babies.
Wow! Chocolate milk!
Chocolate milk! Chocolate milk? But that's for grown-ups like me!
No, it's not!
Give me that!
Okay, so another game of Keep Away with Angelica here. This one here, I feel is a little bit... Well, you can still just run away from her, I guess, but the tossing doesn't feel nearly as good as the whenever you would toss in with the cookie box, and I think it's because it's supposed to emulate, like, obviously football a little bit. Damn, nice, we won.
Angelica Pickles, what is this mess? Who was watching her?
Uh-oh.
Let's clean you up.
And I always was thinking about it. I'm sure a kid or like a baby like that, you know, whatever, would love to have a fucking bottle of chocolate milk. My niece is in bottle drinking age right now, and she just likes to have a bottle, of course. You know, she'll just say that she wants her bottle, but man, if that thing was filled with sugar, I can only imagine not only how bouncing off the walls she would be, but how happy she'd be to have that. Now, we do have more missions both upstairs and downstairs to fulfill. I'm just doing another sweep here very quickly. Oh, we haven't done Grandpa's teeth. Let's go ahead and do this one next.
Huh?
Hiya, Sprouts. It's almost time for my potato salad.
Pop, don't!
Pop, you're scaring the children.
Potato salad sticks to my teeth, so I'm taking them out.
If you do, nobody else will be able to eat. Please, Pop, just stick to Jell-O molds.
This'll be our little secret, eh, Sprouts? I can't wait to sink my gums into that potato salad. What the? Ah! My teeth! That confounded dog stole my teeth! I can't play my trumpet without my teeth!
We got to get Grandpa's teeth back. I don't know, Tommy. The park's so big, we might not find him till we're grown-ups. Grandpa needs us, Chuckie. Come on, we got to find Spike.
I like that Grandpa's biggest concern there was that he can't play the fucking trumpet without his teeth. So in and around this area, you can play on like the little like toys and stuff around. These aren't even really cutscenes, and well, I mean they are. Don't get me wrong, but they don't do anything for the story. I even just skipped the end of that one there. It's like I don't know why or who cares or whatever. Maybe we can also do this one here. I'm not even aware of how many of these we can do. I'm not sure why they included this, but all things being equal, it is kind of interesting detail, I guess. The fact that you can ride on these. Also, you can see in the back the reason for the season while we're here. Welcome, vets. I have forgotten so much, apparently, about Rugrats and all this time. Like, I didn't really realize that it's Stu's dad, isn't it? It's not Dee Dee's dad. I would guess so, because they're both eccentric, but, you know, Stu's dad, Grandpa, you know, I didn't know that he was a veteran of any kind, so that's kind of cool. In this maze, there are geese. They used to scare me. If you see a goose, you are likely that is the wrong path to take. So the only thing down, like, behind some of these paths, like where the geese are, so, like, I think we'll come up on a dead end here. Yeah, it is a dead end. This used to always confuse me, because I'm like, there's a fucking tree, there's nowhere to go, bro. But yeah, of course, you can head to the left there. A lot of times where the geese are, there are, like, the Reptar stickers, so that's, I guess something, you know, like, if you're trying to get Reptar stickers, but the thing is, like, once you have all the Reptar stickers, it's not like the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, where, like, you know, there's only so many stickers, and you need all of them to get all of the golden spatulas. I think I got turned around, or did I? I don't think I've seen two fences yet, have I? No, this is a dead end. Gotcha. Oh boy, and here I go. That's what I get. I literally talk up my maze crawling skills, and they're like, then the game throws me a curveball. So I think...
There he is. Ah, Spiky, that tickles.
I got him, Dobby.
Run, Chuckie, run! Come on, Spike, let's go!
Okay, so this is another sort of chase. I would say this level's generally split into 3 parts. So we've got the first part there where we were looking for Spike to get the teeth back. Then we're riding Spike to catch the goose and save Chuckie. This is what I would obviously call part 2. And then we've got a final third really short part once we kind of catch it or whatever. You can't catch up to these guys necessarily. I do think they can lose you though. Like, I think you can lose this mission by being too far. I can't remember though. I don't remember how penalizing this mission is. I would say that the maze would probably be difficult enough, but whatever. Oh great, now I'm ramming into stuff again. I don't know, a really pretty area. It feels nice, you know. It kind of reminds me, there's a Winnie the Pooh game for PlayStation 1 that was like a Crash Bash party, kind of like a Mario Party situation, and that game also kind of looked like this. Obviously, you know, Rugrats has a very distinguished art style, and the PlayStation 1 game Rugrats also have a very distinguished art style, unlike anything else, really.
Maybe I can stop that goose with these things.
Okay, so we have to shoot the pucks at the goose. Try our best not to hit Chuckie. We do have some kind of breathing room. I sort of find the best way to maybe do this is like, if you can just hound on him, because neither of these guys have like any invincibility.
I'll never see my teeth. What the? My teeth!
You know, scary. Your teeth come out and get lost, and sometimes big geese eat them. Good part is, you could eat tomato salad forever.
Alright, I guess so. I was just saying that the duck or Chuckie, neither one has invincibility frames, so if you're like really hounding down on that fucking goose and you hit it like 4 times in a row, it's gonna hit 4 times in a row. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I can kind of understand where kids could be scared of people just taking their teeth out. Granted, you do whatever you have to eat. I understand that, but I kind of understand why kids might be afraid, given that you know, imagine if like you're like, dude, this movie sucks, I'm gonna take out my eyes and take a nap, you know. Alright, incident on aisle 7. This is another longer-ish mission.
Jehoshaphat, we're out of fudgy dingling bars.
Pop, that's the 5th box this week.
Oh, go ahead, deny me my fudgy dingling bars, the one real pleasure left me in my twilight years.
If you want them so bad, why don't you do the shopping once in a while?
Fine. Come on, Scout.
Reptar? Reptar.
Reptar cereal, huh? What'll they think of next? Now let's go get some fudgy dingling bars.
I got to find that Reptar cereal.
Alright, so we are in the grocery store. Grandpa has left us behind. There's the exit door. Really, this mission is mostly going to be a kind of like walking around, just showing shit off. Like, there's nothing really to see. I'd made mention that this is a long mission. I guess it really doesn't have to be. This could probably be one of the shorter missions if you literally just went where you belonged to where you needed to go. Or where you were at to where you needed to go. The big trouble in this mission is the ice, but even then it's really not that big of trouble. You just, there's a button to slow down and walk. It's square, if you're playing on PlayStation controls. And you won't, I think you'll still slip. No, you don't even slip. Okay. But yeah, we have to get from the first area that this is considered. I would say that this is split into, once again, generally 3 areas. Damn it. Okay. I think I've got it accounted for falling once. I guess that can be it. I always liked how as you walk through certain areas, it did like sort of tear it up a little bit. This is probably the most notable example where you're like running through apples right now and it's knocking apples up in the air. These maybe look like potatoes or oranges. Probably potatoes because there's oranges over there. God only knows what the fuck these are. $2.99 each. Hard to tell. Oh, and we got a puzzle piece. Very cool. No, please, I'm mid-jump. Let me land. Okay, so watch out for Larry and Steve. Keep them away. So, kind of similar to what we were doing before. What's kind of funny about this one, though, is that we only actually have to hit these guys. Like, they share the same health bar, you know, if you get it. So, you know, we could hit the blonde guy 5 times.
Watch it! Ouch! Larry, clean up on aisles.
Your turn, dude.
No way!
Hey, man, I cleaned up the sodas.
Well, I just mopped up the baby powder.
Forget you.
Forget you too, man.
Hey, it worked!
Alright, so the lobsters have been broken out, kind of. If we come up here, we can see that there's a Reptar ticket token, whatever the fuck. In the rest of the map, we can now walk around. And the grocery store was something that, I don't know, I thought this level was fine. The only thing, obviously, I didn't like are the lobsters. I do think we can, like, throw shit at them. I love that they have fucking scuba snorkels on. That is so goddamn funny. Okay, so now that we're up here, we don't get the slip and sliding anymore. I'm trying to think if we're aiming for anything. Let me get the camera maybe positioned around where I can see worth half a shit. No, I don't think we're aiming for anything. We don't have to be up here, I guess. Weird that there's fall damage in this game, but whatever. Ah, nice. So this is the area we need to be in. I'm pretty certain that I can... You know what? Let me get back up on the box, as a matter of fact. So they, like, expect you to, you know, use the boxes to kind of get between areas. I think it's another thing where, like, if you... It's similar to the ice, where, like, if you're just walking, you won't slip and fall. But on that same note, it is very, very, very slow to do that. I'm trying to get into the next area with as much HP as possible. Another area where you're going to want to just kind of brute force your way through, sort of, you know, like not quite what brute forcing is, but like just try your best to get through it as quickly as possible. You know, duck in between these. They're kind of like little bumpers on like an arcade pinball machine. And then finally, we are in the final area.
to find that Reptar cereal. We got to climb up there and push that button.
So, another time where we're flipping a switch. So this kind of works. Let's hope that this is a once and done, where I don't even hardly have time to explain it. So we take a bottle, and we have to stun the blue lobster. If after we hit him, he's considered stunned. And then all we got to do while he was stunned, on that left side there, is climb up to these boxes here and flip the switch. So, thankfully, it was not that difficult.
Yay! Reptar! Whee!
$6.15. Huh. How'd you get down there, Scout? Yeah, well, never mind that. Let's go.
Okay, well that's the end of that mission, presumably. Super easy, and we have all the puzzle pieces now, so I'm going to hold out on that until we can do the other missions. It's telling us we have to complete the puzzle to do this last mission and beat the game, but we're not doing that right this very second. So we've got another mission to do here, Gold Rush, a bonus level.
Ha! Those babies wish they could slide as good as me. Whoa! I meant to do that. Hey, a nickel! I'm gonna be rich. I bet there's a bazillion nickels around here, just waiting to be found. And I know just who my nickel finders is gonna be. Hey, baby! There's nickels in this here park, and you're gonna find them so you can give them all to me. Now start looking.
Okay, hot dogs. So, this is another run around, collect all the whatever's mission. And this is a nickels this time. There's also a golden nickel that we can find. The way I like to do it, you'll notice that there's a maze to our left, and then we have this big area to our right. I like to kind of split the map into two parts and do one side first and the other side second. So obviously I'm doing kind of this bigger-ish area first. And yeah, it's just simply running around collecting stuff, very similar to whenever we did the egg hunt earlier. There's even a rare one to find, like how there was a golden egg. This is, we've got to find the golden nickel, or I guess that's what it is. Angelico's talking about being rich, and if we get her all, 62 nickels, it would add up to, what is that, like just over $3. And I was thinking about this, I was like, as a kid, $3 does kind of feel like a lot of money to you, because it's like, holy shit, I can buy my own Reese Cup bar or something from the, Reese Cup, or like a Hershey bar, or I can get like Tic Tacs or something from the store, like, I can get 3 things of Tic Tacs from the store, like, holy shit. I don't know, it's funny to be young and, not understand money like that. As I was, like a teenager, I remember getting like once every once in a while, my dad would be like, oh yeah, here, by the way, here, you can have a $20 bill. And it'd be like, oh shit, that's cool, I got $20. I'm like, this is gonna last me for a couple months. Or like whenever I started working for the summer too, it was like, oh shit, like I just made $30. That's crazy. Like this is gonna do me for a long time. And then like I got my first job and I was like, Dad mispaid me, this is so much money. Alright, Phil and Lil were little collectors there. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. It is funny to think about perspective and kind of all your life. Yeah, to be like, dude, the first time I got my first job and I got my first paycheck, I was like, holy hot damn, this is crazy. They'd be paying like this? Like, shit, I only need like 2 or 3 paychecks to get a nice new computer or something like that. So I need to get my head out of my ass and make sure that I do all of the missions. I want to take a look outside. I don't think there's anything to do out here, but you can go outside. You've got Spike in his doghouse out here. Dog houses are kind of, I guess, antiquated, aren't they? Not my, I don't know. I've always had one for all of my dogs, but I don't know that I've seen a doghouse. I think I only really know people in my IRL life who actually have indoor dogs at this point. So, I don't know. Maybe antiquated isn't the right word. I just don't really have those kinds of people I don't have anybody in my life who does that. Anyway, I think this is cool. You can kind of like just punch on this piano here by using the interact key. We already did down there. I just want to make sure I've done every mission in like, now there's a kind of fridge mission, but I think, yeah, we get that upstairs. So that's, and then back in that bathroom, there was Grandpa's teeth. And then all the other missions should take place up here, besides obviously putting together the Reptar puzzle. This is where we got the Cynthia doll as Spike. That's right. Mirrorland and the Krog mission, or what the fuck ever it was called. Yes, actually, Circus Angelicus. This is a kind of fun mission. Let's do this one.
You babies are gonna be in my circus! Yay! A circus!
I don't know, Angelica. I don't like circuses.
All right, everybody, there's not gonna be any circus, because Chuckie doesn't want us to have one.
But circuses is fun, Chuckie.
Don't you want us to have any fun, Chuckie?
Angelica, I changed my mind. I want to be in the circus.
And now, in the center ring, Tommy Pickles will make his ferocious lion jump through a bunch of burning hula hoops.
Furiosus is very funny. We just play a Spike, and we have to collect 12 bones. It's not too hard. This mission's split into 3. I think it's kind of cool. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to a circus since I was like a little ass kid. I went to one circus in the entirety of my life. And I think I talked about this in the Jumping Flash Let's Play, but there was a clown there who had like the Fritz water, like the carbonated water, whatever, and he sprayed my mother with it and scared the devil out of me. But I'm not scared of clowns now. I think clowns are fine, but yeah.
And now for our next act, the amazing and stupendous Flying DeVilles will race their tricycle of doom up the ramp and over the treacherous pond, landing directly into the bullseye.
But anyway, all that was to say, like, I haven't really been to a circus, and I certainly haven't been to one where they have like lions or whatever, although I'm sure those would be cool. Definitely would like to watch it from like way up the stage, but not the stage, we know what I'm saying, way up the seats. Okay, so the way to do this is hit this ramp at full speed and hit jump when you're on white, or else you'll miss the target, guaranteed. And even then, yeah, fuck, alright.
Baby should be arrested for driving while dumb. Go again.
If you say so, Angelica. Maybe it's kind of like, like how we have like the first bit transition into the second bit in terms of like the little lines are there. Maybe I need to wait until the second bit transition into the third bit. Maybe that would do better. Okay, so we're like first bit transition, second bit transition into the third.
Thank you! And now, Ring Monster Angelica's baby circus is proud to present Chuckie, the human candy ball! And now, Chuckie, the human candy ball! Get out here, Chuckie!
I forgot what to do.
Just sit there and wait for your cue. With my assistance, Chuckie, the human candy ball, will be launched from this platform to a safe landing in the amazing pile of leaves.
I'm gonna what?
I'm gonna what? Okay, so this description implies that you're supposed to hit like let's just look at this. So you see how there's lines? Let's pretend that they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 left to right. They imply that you're supposed to hit 2 and 3. That's absolutely not true. I'm pretty certain you're supposed to hit lines 1 and then lines 4 as best as you can. But whoa, okay, lines 1 and then lines 4. Let's see how that goes.
Chuckie, you're making this the worstest show on earth!
Alright, well, that was apparently incorrect, and I only have 3 shots at this, so I can't really afford to choke balls on this.
circus without a human candy ball. That's it. We're starting all over again. Tommy?
Alright, so I'm gonna have to redo that. I'll do that all the way up to there. I'll go ahead and cut, and we'll be back here in just a minute. I'm gonna have to try something else there, evidently, so 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna try my damnedest to put this line right on those two smaller lines.
He really did it! What a showtopper! My circus is a complete success.
I get to be a human candy ball next.
Nuh-uh, Philip, I do!
I do, Lillian! I
You
said
shoot me, Gooby! I gotta stop working with babies.
Alright, very cute stuff. Yeah, I was glad to get it right that next time, thank goodness. Returning to the Pickles' home. Now, I can think of at least 2 more missions that we have here. There's one with a flashlight, and then there's one with a... No. Actually, 3 more missions. Okay, cool. We got a little bit to go then. The cookie race is a little bit fun. It's a little bit... one of the challenging missions, actually, I would say. We'll see. Well, let's see how it goes.
They're my cookies now. It's empty. But someone's baking more. And if you think you're getting any, forget it. Just try and beat me to the kitchen.
Okay, so we're racing Angelica to the kitchen. Like I mentioned, this actually has some level of challenge to it because Angelica is really fucking quick. But if you take all the shortcuts kind of possible, if you do like all the finagling and stuff, jumping down the stairs and shit, you'll do just fine. Now, I am ignoring the cookies. Again, they're just for Reptar stickers, so I really don't care. I guess... Yeah, like that one there, the spike one, is probably what I would presume to be the hardest one because you have to go so far out of your way. But hey, Angelica's just now getting down here, so maybe if you take those stairs like that, who knows?
Yay! I got it done cookies!
And just like that, one of those 3 extra missions I was talking about is done and over with. I think we're done with the bonus missions because it gives you bonus missions presumably for all of the time that you would do any of the, like, leading up to needing to complete the Reptar puzzle. So like 25% of the way there, 50% of the way there, 75% of the way there. And once you have it all the way done, you know, it gives you a bonus mission for each of them. So, I would say that this mission's kind of odd, to say the least. Visitors from outer space.
Good job. I've been looking for this. Now I can see if my paper has scooped the news again.
Come on, Pop, that's not news. Those tabloids make all that up.
They tell the truth. Your real news doesn't dare. See, right here. A whole family taken by aliens from outer space. They fly around in the middle of the night and suck you right out of bed. Whoop, up to the mothership.
Come on, champ. Time for bed. Good night, champ. Sleep tight.
What are you guys doing here?
I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. 1 minute I'm lying in my crib, and then the next thing I know, I'm in this weird playpen.
We must have got taken by aliens from outside space. Anything but that.
I escaped with this alien remote patrol I found, but it's only for grown-ups like me.
Angelica, you got to get us out of here.
All right, keep your diaper on, but after this, you're on your own.
The Earthlings have escaped!
Don't let them get away!
Danger, danger, danger.
So, yeah, we have to escape with this mission, and we have, like, enemies that we can zap with our little remote control. This mission never scared me. I just always thought it was fucking difficult, and it's really not. Like, I like, oh, Well, I didn't expect to go to the next level that easy. I was about to say I wanted to show some of this mission off, but I accidentally kind of skipped most of that floor. Anyway, I guess continuing on here, I want to show like at least a couple of rooms. This kind of seems like hell to me, to be like kidnapped and put into a family that kind of isn't yours or whatever. I don't know. It seems weird. Hey, but they got Reptar stickers up here in space, so that's good, I guess. Not that way. That's a dead end. I think we have like a couple floors that we have to go through. I think the skybox is kind of pretty. It does sort of feel like you're in space, you know. And we'll have a cutscene here coming up directly.
Psst. Over here, Earthling. What's your name, kid?
You talking to me? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, especially fish.
I'm Sablito Festerich, but my friends call me George. I'm from the planet Neptuna.
That figures.
Look, kid, I'll help you get out of here if you release me. Otherwise, I'm on the menu for tomorrow night's alien dinner.
All right, but no fishy stuff.
There she is. Get her!
Wow, what happened?
I turned off the gravity. Just swim. You're on your own, kid.
Thanks a lot, fish face.
Lots of fish jokes there. So this is where the mission is pretty well over. The only thing I want to show is like these aliens in here. So we've got like a pretty traditional gray. I'm not really sure what that is. It looks kind of like a watermelon or a balloon with feet a little bit. And then we had the fish there. Also got a lot of human heads on the wall. Not sure how we got away with that, but and then this literally just looks like maybe Siamese twins there on the right that are in a cage. And then some blue like head in a bowl. I don't know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this kind of seems like hell, but like the idea that you're like, okay, you get ripped out of your family, put in another one is like bad enough, but they're like an not even amalgamation, they're just like a warped version of your family, you know, like alien people. They don't act quite right. I don't know. It just sounds like hell to me. It's just like, you know, you're in a place that's not quite right. You don't really quite understand it. It's pretty confusing. So what? Do I shoot this? What am I doing? I feel like I've lost my mind. I feel like I'm describing the things that are. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. I forgot that this is even a part of this mission. We got to fly up. Oh, great! So we've got a new dimension of things. Added with a Y value here. Is this okay? Cool. This is the exit, I think. Well, all I'll say about that is Angelica was an asshole, but she did let the babies out, and then they drove off without her. I don't know. I need to retroactively go back and see if I think that Angelica's that big of a dickhead or not in the show, because I don't know. I was just thinking some things about her earlier, like how she probably wants to be like her mom in that game, in that first game mode that I played, that mini game where she got glasses from Chuckie. She probably wanted to be like her mom and wear glasses. So there is a fucking flashlight somewhere around. I'm gonna have to look for it. Give me just a second and I'll be back as soon as I'm able to find the flashlight that we're gonna use to do this very last mission. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Well, I found it. It's apparently this little Reptar light beside our bed. I had to look around a little bit, but yeah, here we go.
Let Mommy turn on your nightlight, sweetie.
That'll keep those shadow monsters away, champ.
Still, you're going to frighten him.
This new invention is going to put Pickles toys on the map.
I wonder where all the light went. Oh, I know. It's probably in the Frigidator. It's always hiding in there. I gotta go let it out.
Okay, so we got to get the light out of the refrigerator, help him find the kitchen safely. So pretty simple, we have a flashlight, right, and we can flash it. It also kind of doubles as our weapon-ish of this game. Let's see if I got any monsters. Yeah, there's one down the hallway, but I really like it. It looks like a jack-o'-lantern at the end of it. Now, it doesn't change model whenever you flash it, which is unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? There are these ghosts. You only have to flash them for like a microsecond to to get rid of them. This mission used to scare me quite a bit as a kid too, because obviously it's kind of eerie and they hurt you, and the ghosts are like, they don't make a sound until they're right on top of you. So but yeah, here we're already at the refrigerator.
I'm too little to open it by myself, but I got to get the light out. Wait, I got an idea. Spike can help me let the light out. Now all I got to do is find Spike.
So we gotta find Spike now. Now Spike can, I think this is another area where Spike is kind of randomly somewhere, and I'm trying my best to pick up the flashlight because obviously we'll need it for any ghosty goos we run into. I don't anticipate I'll ever even come close to running out of flashlight unless like I'm just flailing with it or something, or I'm doing something dumb. But anyway, Spike has a random, like a chance to be in a few different places, so that's why I'm kind of going around and like sweeping the area. Thank goodness we don't have to go down in the basement. I got a feeling that would be a good place for something really fucking creepy to be down there, but thankfully I don't have to go down. I'm just kind of looking around. Looks like nowhere on the first floor is there Spike, so I had to go up on the second floor, which I think is pretty much par for the course. I'll just check every room as I'm kind of going through them and stuff. Oh, another monster. Yeah, I don't know. It used to really unnerve me, the levels that I've said scared me. It's kind of funny as like a little kid to like play the PlayStation 1 and be like, play some of my favorite missions, you know. I don't even know which ones I would have considered my favorite at the time, but then to be like, oh god, it's time to play the scary ones again. Alright, so we had a ghost there. It does not look like Spike is in this room. That's where he was in my last playthrough that I played of this. Let's see if he is in... No, he doesn't appear to be in this room either. Maybe he's all the way up in our room. Who knows? Oh shit, there is who. Yeah, it actually kind of spooked me a little bit because I didn't think Spike could be here. But hey, there he is. So let's go ahead and grab him.
Tommy, you're too young for midnight snacks.
I fixed the fuse, Deed.
You light up my life, honey.
Oh, well, that's sweet between them all, I guess. I remembered the plot of that mission, but I didn't realize how extremely unceremonious the lights come back on. It's just they literally just swap the map. Okay. But anyway, that is all of the levels, I'm pretty certain. I hope I didn't miss one. I'm pretty sure. Maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and cut it down in front of the puzzle, and I'm going to look on the wiki and make sure that I played every level. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I did bother to look it up, and I did play all the levels, so we just gotta grab this Reptar puzzle now and construct it. Now this is probably the hardest part of the game. I'm just kidding, of course. Wouldn't it be funny, though, if I just struggled with this? I had spent 40 minutes on this. I've been thinking of some good April Fool's Let's Plays, and that would be very funny to spend, 40 minutes. Oh man, even longer than that. I don't know. I am so excited to do April Fool's Let's Plays, but I don't want to do them until I can actually put out real content alongside it, because just a April Fool's, people probably wouldn't be that thrilled with. I don't know. I can't justify to myself to work really hard on nothing else and work really hard on a April Fool's joint. But hey, here we're down to the last piece, and we should be able to play the final level now.
Hey, you found all your puzzle pieces. Good job, kids.
But now it's time to go night-night. You've all had a very busy day today.
Sleep tight.
Reptar.
Okay, so we're playing as Reptar here in a level called Reptar 2010. You can see oh my god, this thing is eating shit in terms of frames. You can see the Rugrats movie, advertised here. We have 3 different attacks, but in this game it doesn't matter because you know, we can't, there's nothing to fight, there's just buildings to tear up. I don't think really anything special happens here. We're looking for the city hall. It's kind of crazy how many frames this ate, and I remember it did as a kid too. Oh nice, we just destroyed the THQ building. You know, obviously people who probably had a hand in making this game, which is funny because THQ had a hand in making a lot of young children's games. If you remember the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Let's Play that I did some years ago now, they were like the people who made that. I'm not certain that this is a like the only people who worked on this, but anyway, we have to like, there we go, we have to like destroy that railing and then climb up it. On the right here, this is a dead end, but I'm pretty certain that we can destroy the train. Oh no, maybe it's not a dead end. No, it is definitely a dead end now that I'm thinking about it. So out comes the train and we can just like run into it. It is a dead end, we don't go that way. You can see here on the right, I think the Toy Palace was that place where we got locked in overnight. Kind of funny that Tommy is having like a dream about this. This is like, he's like, I don't know. I've had dumb dreams too, but, and yet again, another Rugrats movie promotion there. As I mentioned before, this game was originally intended to be a promotional joint for the Rugrats movie, but in a big tie-in with the movie, like it would have mostly to do with missions for the movie, but thankfully that wasn't the case. And here we are at City Hall. This is the very end here. There's not, like, you know, this is a cutscene, but all that they do is dance, so I might as well talk over it. So yeah, I had a pretty good time during this Let's Play. You know, looking back on it, I can understand why some of the missions I was kind of afraid of as a little ass kid. You know, you just kind of grow up and out of those kinds of things. And the gameplay sort of held up in places, so of course some of it is now antiquated. This mission, of course, being labeled Reptar 2010, which was probably about 12 years after the release date of this game, is kind of fucking buck wild because that was 15 years ago for us fellas. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that has been Rugrats, the search for Reptar. Even as a little kid, I always thought the dancing went on for a little bit too long, but hey, fuck it, they're having fun. I like the skyline, and I like how they did those old movies kind of like that too, which is pretty well what this is stylized like, is like a old-ass movie. And yeah, Reptar just does his little ending dance there, and he gives everybody a bow and tosses off his little hat. And that's been Rugrats, the search for Reptar. Like I said, I did have a pretty good time playing this. I admit full-heartedly that this is pretty well a baby game. Never thought I'd be saying that, but or that I'd be playing a baby game on this, but it kind of says two things. One, the gameplay held up in parts, but two, like, the transition from what was like a drawn art style into like a PlayStation 1 graphics art style translated pretty fucking good, actually, so. But anyway, that's been the game. I don't want to hold you here any longer. The gameplay is pretty well done, so, or it is done, and I will see you guys all next week. Later.